you doing this afternoon? Check this out. I was hiking up in the mountains here north, just north of the Beto area. Went up to one of these sort of like, what do you call it? Foot bath things. They have like the hot springs, but they're public little pools. I'll show a little clip. You just put your feet in there. I wanted to see what it was. Free, you know. They actually have public hot spring baths too, but wasn't in the mood for that today. I wanted to check this out. Took the MRT up to Shimbeto, and I took one of these shuttle buses up, but it wasn't actually that far. Like, it's only about a 20-minute walk, and since today is such nice weather, I thought, hey, I'll just walk back down. Check this out. Should have went for a bike ride today. I don't know, maybe put some more bike rides up. I got a whole bunch archived. Maybe I'll throw just a few of those up in the next few videos. Won't be in my biking channel. I have another biking channel. Sort of a biking channel. Was a biking channel, but it's turned into sort of a just whatever, like this one, you know. But what I want to talk about today, I don't know. Just gonna ramble for a bit here and see if I can come up with something. Show you some nice views. Check that out. It was overcast earlier, but it's a little nicer now. Oh yeah, I got something I want to talk about. Again, I'm not, it's not like I believe it 100%. I obviously have no idea, but it's just what's something that's in the news that raises an eyebrow to me. It's about like that Ukraine war again. When they first started it, the whole sort of narrative was like, hey, the United States, as it was saying, you know, Mr. Biden or whatever, was unprovoked. The Russians are bad, but like, I'm not going to defend Russians. I'm never going to do that. I have no idea on their propaganda either. I'm sure they have some, obviously. But it was like there's been like a CIA base in there for quite a few years, and if you start digging into the CIA base there, they've been doing a lot of stuff even within the Russian borders, apparently, supposedly. I do not know for sure, but there's more than one news source reporting on it, not mainstream. But like, let's just think about this for a bit. Imagine if you're Russia, right? And you've got this state next to you, Ukraine, that used to be part of you, and the Americans are doing all these operations in and around your border and things like that. Like, my God. Now, this is not condoning Russian whatever. I'm just saying, it's like if you got this dog, right? It's angry, and you say, hey, it bit me. Yeah, it bit you, but you're also poking it. Just don't poke it, you know? Something like that. I don't know if that's a good analogy. It's something like that. But there's more to it. I'm not saying it's the United States' fault or anybody's, but I think there's some people out there. I'm going to say this. My opinion, it's the war machine. What's the big catchphrase they always use? The military-industrial complex. Basically, it's people who get money. It's how they make money. It's sort of like when politicians will make you think, hey, here's a new tax for you. It's good for you. All they're doing is putting more money into their pockets. Not always, but, well, always. But sometimes there's a good reason, right? There's some good politicians, but overall, if you think of it from an outside point of view, hey, more taxes just mean more money, right? So of course, that's what they're gonna not say, hey, we're gonna tax you more. They're just gonna say, here's something you need to give money to, so that you'll want to give it to them somehow. Or at least pass laws that make it come true. It's a little tight on this road downhill. Not really a walking path. I'm being careful. Should go to the other side. Okay. So anyway, when it comes to wars, the idea, here, I'll tell you what the idea is behind it. The idea is that they sort of just keep pushing for these non-stop wars so the money gets funneled in. A lot of it goes unaccounted for, and a lot of people profit. That sort of thing. That's what the whole general conspiracies float around, is this a money thing. But, you know, yeah, I'm not going to say it is what it is, but 'cause that's just sort of like, oh, what can you do? Well, you can sort of do stuff, I guess, but it sort of doesn't help when you have the mobs that were, like, who trusted the government? Whoever trusted the government? Like, when did this become the thing to do? Whoever trusted these, like, drug companies, when did that become the thing to do? That's what was on my mind. There's other stuff too, but that was some other thing that made me just sort of roll my eyes, like, of course, And that, coupled with the fact that apparently, Putin or whatever his name was, he had a peace thing on before they even invaded. So it was, whatever that guy from England said. Nope, I was sort of persuaded otherwise. Yeah. Okay, that was a pretty bad talk about it, but you got the idea. You got a few things you can search for. Keywords such as CIA, base, Ukraine, and you go figure it out for yourself or see what your take is on it. Now, I'm not saying it's right, wrong. I'm not saying anything. Look at that view. I'm just saying, if you want to dig into stuff, you got a few more minutes, that might be something you might find interesting. At least I did. I don't have any real knowledge on it, obviously, so this is stuff you hear. Again, when you hear stuff, you don't necessarily believe it all the time, right? But something you throw around in your mind for a bit and see if it holds true in other cases before you start saying it may be true. Just sort of think about it. That's my opinion. Start to think about those things for a bit before you start sticking those flags up in your Facebook feed. It reminds me of another video I did where I was in around my house back in Taipei, and there's these people flying Ukrainian flags. Whatever, you're free to do whatever you want. But my thought, and I'll say it again, was if Taiwan was attacked, I do not believe they'd be flying Taiwanese flags in the Ukraine. I don't think the sentiment carries, and that's not an excuse not to. You want peace, that's good, but it's not as simple as I want peace and that's it. There's more to it. All right. Another bitter conversation for me, but I think you got some cool views back there. Yeah, it's nice out here. I might actually move up into this area. Being this close, you'll be more apt to hike and things like that. All right, you take it easy, and in the next one, get some dinner, get down there by sunset. I'm almost down in the Shimbeja. Yeah. Bye-bye.